arms into the mat. Definitely pull your heels back towards you if you feel like you need to pull them in more. I would say about hip width apart. If you love feet a little wider, that's okay. Try to have good tracking with your knees so that your knees track over the center of your foot. We're just bridging. We're going to do a pelvic tuck. You're lifting up. You're going to press your arms in. You're going to stand strong on the feet and then rolling to come back down and release. Let them keep you kind of nice and flowy. Match your breath and movement. Inhale as you're rolling up, up, up. Exhale as you're curling through your back, landing hips to come back down. Inhale that rolling up, pressing away. And then that exhale to curl and come back down. Let's do one more like that one. Inhale, rolling up, up, up. And then that exhale, rolling to kind of, we're going to do some bonus bridges today. I'm going to call these our figure 4 stretch bridges. So you're going to cross one ankle over the other knee. Here we are in the start of that figure 4 stretch. So if you're like me, this is a stretch. Like if I really open my knee and kind of tip my pelvis away, I get a little of that figure 4 stretch right there. And then you're going to do your bridge. Do a little one leg bridge. You're going to do pelvic tuck. You're going to stand strong on that leg. Of course, these are going to feel a lot harder. We're doing them with one leg. Rolling down. So we have one hamstring and glute that is doing all of that lifting up. It's why they're so good. We're going to do 3 of them. Inhale, curling up, press your arms in, lift. If you feel like you're not lifting it as high, that's okay. And it's kind of to be expected because they're harder. One more time. Inhale, rolling up, 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 up. And then exhale, rolling to come back down. Now we're going to switch, of course, and get our other side. Cross one ankle over the other knee. Tip your pubic bone away and kind of level out your hips. That'll give you the start of that figure 4 stretch. We're going to do that in a second, I promise. Pelvic tuck, lift your hips, rolling up, up, up. And then exhale to roll back down. And then release your hips or stick your tail out a little at the bottom. That's what I always think of. Inhaling as you're curling up. Strength work, maybe noticing if one side was a lot easier than the other. Usually it is. Usually we have one leg that's our strong side. One more time, curling yourself up, pressing arms in, lifting hips, and then that rolling to come back down. Now, we're going to switch back to the other leg, and we're just taking our figure 4 stretch. So if this is a stretch for you right here to cross the ankle over the other knee and just tip your pelvis away and be there, that's a great place just to be. We're just holding it. You can also do things like rock side to side, or you can pick up your left leg, which of course will give you more. So sometimes I gotta reach up and grab it. And then try to have your head down just so you don't feel like you're straining your neck to hold your head up. So pulling in, doing some rocks or some movement. Sometimes I'll push my arm into that thigh a little bit to open up. That helps me find it. Remember, you're just finding a stretch for you, and everybody's a little different where you need to be. So explore, find your spot, and then we get to be there. Okay, we're just giving ourselves, we're gonna take like a minute maybe in that figure 4 stretch. Doing your thing. So if it's just holding, you can just hold. If you like a little movement, that's always fine. Sometimes playing with that tuck and arch kind of feel. And as long as we're putting those muscles in a place where they're getting the stretch, we're not feeling any strain anywhere in our body, that's what we want. And little rocks. Hug the leg in, release it, anything that works for you. Let's do a few more breaths on there. And then of course we'll switch out legs and do that all on the other side. Cross that ankle over the other knee, start there. And again, you know you, like, so go right to wherever it's a stretch for you. You can leave your foot down, you can pick it up. Go to where it's a stretch, and then we'll just be there. I'm gonna hang out for a little bit. Just giving ourselves that time to feel the stretch. All right, and remember, it doesn't have to be super intense, feel it, but do feel something. And then let that be your guide. Come back to those giant breaths. Check in, like, is your neck tense or tight on here? Can you release it? Always fine. Sometimes playing with your feet on this one, like some flex points, circle them around. Sometimes that changes it. Sometimes it's just a good place to multitask and like add some feet and ankle movement in while we're here stretching. Let's do a couple more breaths here. And then you can unwind.